I knew if he kept talking and running his mouth, he would reveal why he was fired. He got a heads up from Unique saying, vest up. And he failed in his duties as security, as bodyguard, as a police officer.
Waynesworth Hall, I think it's Waynesworth Hall. His street name was Unique from Mecca Audio. He was a drug kingpin. He said, yo, Gene. Nah, the girl Dawn called me. He said, yo, Unique is on the phone. And I said, yeah? I said, what's up, Unique? He said, vest up, and the phone hung up. Because what happens is, and I found this out, that if the feds find out it's a three-way call, they'll click off. They'll hang up the phone some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I called Dawn back. Dawn, I said, yo, Dawn, who was that? She said, I told you that was Unique. I said, Unique from Mecca Audio? Now, Dawn used to date Diddy. So I used to she knows a lot of people. So I say to Dawn, Dawn, that was Unique? She said, yeah, that was Unique from Mecca Audio. He told you, he said they coming out, they coming to get y'all. So I say, yo, wow, they coming to get us. So I called Kirk Burrows. I told Kirk Burrows we need more security. He gets a phone call to me. You understand? So now I'm like this, wow, I gotta tell Puff. Maybe I can stop us from going to this party and everything. So I come over to the Andre Harrell's house. And I say, yo, Paul, I need to speak to Puff. Puff says to me, Paul said, he's upstairs. I say, yo, Puff. He came down to the steps. It was him, Kim, they had white robes on. I said, yo, Puff, I got some intel, bro.
He's warned by two people that they were going to get hit that night. The guy called him and said, vest up. That means go get vests. Go get the feds, get police. He did nothing. He went and told Puff, that's not Puff's job. He hired you as the bodyguard, you as security, you who claim you were law enforcement. You had a duty to go get vests for Puff and Big. You had a duty to contact the local police and say, I've gotten calls of death threats. I need you guys to be at this location. You call state, you call county, you call city police, you call the feds, you go get vests for everybody. You do all of that before you ever go tell Puff and Big.
I have some intel that people gonna come and try to kill us. He said, Gene, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit, Gene. I said, you don't want to hear that shit? F what you mean you don't want to hear that shit? He said, yo, Gene, you ain't got to go if you don't want to go. Got up from the table and walked out the door. When I walked out the door, guess who's out there? The notorious Big in this green Chevy Suburban. D-Rock is playing with Tone, and they got a Nerf ball playing with a basketball goal doing like that. I say, yo, Big, somebody gonna try to come kill us tonight. And Lil C's, who I hadn't seen all week, you understand? Lil C says, Gene, go ahead on with that cop shit. You always think you know something. I said, I know one thing, you better get you a GED. You know what that is? A good enough degree, so they don't cheat you out your money like they doing your man right here. And I was talking to about Big, because I had read his whole contract on the plane, because Puff had gave me the briefcase. When he gave me the briefcase, you know, like he just do some bullshit, hand me the briefcase, and went to first class, and I went to coach in the emergency exit, and I just opened it up, start reading the shit. So I'm saying, because at the end of the contract, Big was begging for his, well, he was asking for his publishing and his marketing back, and Puff was saying in the contract, we'll revisit that at a later date. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just reading this story. I got 6 hours on this plane. I'm gonna go through whatever's in this briefcase. So that's what I did. So I said, so they don't cheat your man out your money right here. And Big said, yo, Gene, I'm gonna have Rock and Tone hold you while Lil C's get his shit off. I said, all that shit sound good. It may make you feel good, but it won't be healthy. You understand? And then next thing you know, Puff was coming out the door. When Puff was coming out the door, he said, come on, let's go. I got in the car with Puff, and we all went to the Peterson Museum.
This clown-ass nigga is going through his boss's briefcase, snooping, and he's supposed to be security, but he's breaching security. What a fucking idiot. Biggie's response to him says everything. He didn't take the threat serious because he didn't take Gene Deal serious. He considered this dude a clown. You told Biggie, and Biggie didn't take it serious. So that reflects on you. That says they didn't take you serious as a security person. Someone who was actually a professional would have gotten it taken care of, had vests for everybody, had state police, county police, city police, had the feds, had a SWAT team. They would have, if you took the threat that serious, you should have acted on it as the security personnel. He put Sean Combs' life in jeopardy, Biggie's life in jeopardy, and his own by not acting in the manner that a security personnel should. He is responsible in part for Biggie's death due to his negligence as a bodyguard, his ineptness as a security person, and his lack of professionalism and lack of training. He's been blaming Puffy all this time when he is the one responsible for Biggie's death due to his negligence. When someone hires you as security, it is your job to protect the principal. You're supposed to have training. You're supposed to have law enforcement background. You're supposed to know what to do in a situation like that. This bitch ass motherfucker goes and tells Puff and Biggie and scares the shit out of them, but didn't put a solution in place. His negligence got Biggie killed. His ineptness got Biggie killed. And I'm sure Puff fired him. And that's why they haven't spoken since Biggie's death. And he wants to blame Puff, but he states very clearly he was there for security.